Hello children, welcome back to today's session. In this session, we are going to learn from Unit 2 poem. The title is Confessions of a Born Spectator and it was written by Frederick Ogden Nash. First, we'll see about the author. Frederick Ogden Nash was born on 19th August 1902 and died on 19th May 1971. He was an American poet well known for his light verse, of which he wrote over 500 pieces. With his unconventional rhyming schemes, he was declared the country's best known producer of humorous poetry. His light verse even earned him a place on a postage stamp. First, we'll see the gist of the poem. Children, listen carefully. Meanwhile, I'll ask you questions. Okay? Yes. In the poem Confessions of a Born Spectator, Ogden Nash talks about how people choose different sports in their lives or decide to become athletes. Though the narrator admires the talents of all the athletes, he derives satisfaction from watching them, but he does not wish to exchange places with them. Let's see the poem in detail. Confessions of a Born Spectator. One infant grows up and becomes a jockey, another plays basketball or hockey. This one, the prize ring, hates to enter, that one becomes a tackle or center. I am just glad as glad can be that I am not them, that they are not me. Here, jockey means horse ride, prize ring means enclosed area in which boxing matches are fought, and tackle means approach. In the first stanza, the poem brings us the attitude of a born spectator who avoids participating in sports events. He is a lover of sports only as a spectator and not as a participant. Around him, he finds boys adopting different games and sports. One goes in for horse riding and becomes a professional jockey. Another becomes a keen lover of basketball or hockey. The third one dislikes boxing and another becomes a rugby player. But the speaker is very happy in being a spectator only and not a sportsman like others. Okay, what does jockey refer to? Yes, the jockey refers to horse riding. What are all the games referred to here? Yes, you are absolutely correct. The games referred to here are horse riding, basketball, and hockey. Okay. With all my heart, I do admire athletes who sweat for fun or hire, who take the field in gaudy pomp and maim each other as they romp. My limp and bashful spirit feeds on other people's heroic deeds. Here, gaudy pomp means showy dress, maim means injure, romp means play in a rough and noisy way, limp means weak, bashful means shy and reluctant. In the second stanza, the poet says that the spectator, no doubt, admires athletes who sweat for money or for pleasure. He admires all those who appear on the playground in showy dresses and then romp and injure each other. He frankly admits that his own spirit is weak and shy. So, he is contented with only watching the heroic performance of other people. Okay, how do the athletes enter the field? Yes, the athletes enter the field in showy dresses, right? Okay, When do they get injured? Yes, you are correct. They get injured when the opponents play a rough game. Okay, what does the word maim mean? Yes, the word maim means injure. Okay, right. Now a runs 90 yards to score. B knocks the champion to the floor, cracking vertebrae and spines, lashes his steed across the line. You could think my ego it would please to swap a position with one of these. Here, lashes means beats with a whip, steed means a large or strong horse, swap means exchange. Here, one man is a champion runner, another a renowned boxer. They compete with one another to win the game and bag the prize. The writer is risking his bones and spine, lashes his horse hard to win the prize. One may think that the spectator also feels tempted to take the position of the winner boxer or jockey. Okay, which game is mentioned here? Yes, football is mentioned here. Okay, who is B in the context? Yes, you are correct. B is the opposite team or the revival player, right? Okay, well, ego, it might be pleased enough, but zealous athletes play so rough. They do not ever, in their dealings, consider one another's feelings. I'm glad that when my struggle begins, twixt prudence and ego, prudence wins. Here, zealous means enthusiastic, prudence means wisdom. In the fourth stanza, the poet says that, of course, this exchange of position with one of the athletes or world champions may please his ego, but sportsman has a rule, plays a very rough game and do not have any consideration for the feelings of one another. So, whenever there is a conflict in the mind of the spectator between carefulness and self centeredness, his carefulness always wins and he never hopes for participation in any game or sports. Okay, why are the players often rough during play? Yes, the players are jealous and not considerate towards others' feelings. So they are so rough during play, right? Yes. When swell and eye meets nailed fist, when snaps the knee and cracks the wrist, when officialdom demands, is there a doctor in the stands? My soul in true thanksgiving speaks for this modest of physics. Here, nailed means rough and twisted, physics means body. Here, he sees one boxer giving a powerful punch on the already injured eye of his opponent. Some other sportsman suffers grievous injury like bone fracture. At such a critical moment, the person organizing the game remains cold and callous. He is not moved by the suffering of the athlete. He would calmly inquire if there is a doctor in the pavilion to give medical aid. The spectator, however, feels deeply moved and he thanks God for not giving him a very athletic body. Okay, what is likely to happen in boxing? Yes, a boxer may receive punches in his face, that is first thing, and second thing, his eyes may be swollen, and third thing, his knee and wrist can also be injured, right? Yes. Athletes, I'll drink to you or eat with you or anything except compete with you. Buy tickets worth their radium to watch you gamble in the stadium and reassure myself anew that you are not me and am not you. Here, drink to you means drink to wish good luck or celebrate success. Gamble means run or jump happily. In the last stanza, the poet addressing the athletes. Here he says that he will gladly drink for their health and dine with them, but he will never compete with them in the playground. He will not even mind spending a large sum on buying a ticket to watch their frisking and jumping. Then he will get a great comfort to think that he, unlike the players, is only a spectator. Okay, what is the poet's determination? Yes, you are correct. The poet is determined that he shall never become an athlete but remain only a spectator. Okay? Yes. Let's see few key points for better understanding. Ogdan Nash, the poet, is a determined spectator. His own spirit is weak and shy. He confesses that he is glad that he is neither a sportsman nor an athlete. He admires the talents of sportsmen and athletes. He regrets the zealous athletes who do not care others. He feels that good sense and caution wins over ego. He thanks the modest physics of athletes. Ultimately, he is satisfied that he himself is not an athlete. Let's see modal auxiliary verbs. Children, already we had learnt it very detailedly in our previous classes, right? So here we are going to have a quick glimpse. Let's get into the grammar. Okay? Yes. Modal auxiliary verbs are called as helping verb which give additional information of the main verb that follows, right? Yes, so not only that, they indicate modalities, attitudes, or feelings like ability, possibility, permission, obligation, compulsion, etc. Right? Okay. Already you know modal auxiliary verbs, right? Can, could, will, would, shall, should, may, might, must. So these modal verbs are called as modal auxiliary verbs and need, dare, used to, how to. So these modal auxiliary verbs are called as semi-modal verbs. Got it? Okay, so we can use can for ability and request, and we can use may to show permission or future possibility, and we can use shall for offer or suggestion. Then we can use will for willingness, certainty or promise, and we can use could for past ability or possibility. We can use might for future possibility and must for necessity or obligations and should for advice or suggestion and would for request or invitation. The next four verbs are semi-modal auxiliary verbs. How to we can use for what's right and correct and need for necessity and that too for courage and boldness and used to show past habit. So already we have learnt it. So please go through this. Okay? Yes. Let's see few examples. I can swim. Here can shows the ability. It could rain today. Could shows the possibility. May I come in? May shows permission. I might go on holiday to Australia next year. Might shows a future possibility. You must not smoke in the hospital. That is obligation or necessity. We will see you tomorrow. That is promise. Would you like to have a cup of coffee? Would shows a request. Shall we dance? Shall shows offer or suggestion. You should see a doctor. Here should shows an advice. You need not buy tomatoes. Need not shows not necessary. Lucy ought to go by herself. How to show obligation. She used to drink coffee every morning. So used to show past habits. How dare you say he is dishonorable? Here, dare showed boldness. Okay, children, up to this, the poem and grammar gets over. Hope you understand. Do all the given assignments and go through your textbook, poem, and grammar for better understanding. Okay, thank you.